Hi, this is Mike Power, President and CEO of Silver Range Resources, and this is a quick preliminary look at our Bankroll property. Quick word from our lawyers. Bankroll is located in Churchill County, about 53 kilometers northwest of Fallon. It's easily accessible off I-80. Four-wheel drive access is recommended. The Bankroll property is located on BLM land in checkerboard country, where alternate sections are privately held. And it currently consists of four claims shown here. With respect to geologic setting, the basement rocks in the Bankroll property area are Jurassic-Triassic metavolcanic rocks just south of the jungle terrain. These are covered by tertiary andesites, basalts, some volcaniclastics, and the property is interestingly located near one of the major magnetic lineaments associated with the McDermott Caldera complex and the North Nevada Rift. These magnetic lineaments exert major controls on the location of Miocene gold and silver deposits in northern Nevada, and they might be related to what we're seeing at Bankroll. Quick bit of history. Bankroll is on the western edge of the Jesup mining district. Jesup was discovered in 1907. The Bankroll property covers what were known as the gold ore claims. They were developed likely sometime around 1911, hard to get an accurate date. The area went dormant shortly thereafter. There was a brief resurgence during the 1930s, but during the 1980s, things really picked up with some major companies moving in. And between Echo Bay, Santa Fe, and some others, in the area of Jesup, about 3 miles northeast of the Bankroll property, there's a resource currently owned by Torrent Gold of 17 million tons at about a half-gram gold and 7.2 grams silver. And this is a historic resource. Torrent is raising money to go in and drill off and drill up the reserves to NI 43-101 standards. At Bankroll, the property geology consists of a window or inlier of the metavolcanic basement rock shown here in green, and they're covered on the periphery by much younger rocks, mostly tertiary andesites, that's the TA3 unit, but also a bit of much younger gravel. The mineralization is hosted in the metavolcanic rocks, and you can see here the locations of a number of shafts that were sunk to investigate the mineralization that subcropped at the surface. Now, what we've seen at Bankroll from a very quick look during staking is the majority, virtually all we saw was oxidized. You can see there on the left. And it was all followed up with a number of shafts and one added. The underground workings at Bankroll are fairly extensive. The largest development on the property appears to be the Wednesday mine, shown here in a block diagram prepared by Westcord Resources, probably in the 1990s. We don't have a date on it. You can see here that there are extensive tailings at surface. It's a small incline shaft here, went down to the 50-foot level. And this Wednesday shaft went down to the 300-foot level and was developed on four levels, the 40, 80, not shown, the 100 and 300-foot level, and there's a small stope at the 40-foot level. The workings were exploiting this unit here, which is a sulfidized tuff unit. They state that it was a sulfide-rich tuff. We haven't been able to see any sulfides at surface, and this unit appears to have been the target of both of these shafts. And as you'll see, there's some interesting assays that have been returned from it. Here's what the property looks like at surface. You can see here in this video clip The tailings from the Wednesday mine in the right-hand portion of the video in this last screenshot, they're fairly extensive. You can also see there's not a lot of outcrop, so exploring this country is going to require some geochemistry and geophysics. We've done very little work on this property. We took maybe 9 samples during staking. The silver results are shown here. Gold results were up to 2.9 grams. Historic resampling has returned much better results, up to 22 grams gold and 300 grams silver. So there appears to be some high-grade gold and silver mineralization in the area, perhaps confined within that sulfidized tuff. This is an attractive large tonnage target. So what are our plans? Well, we're planning on conducting geologic mapping and alteration mapping on the property, as well as sampling and prospecting. As you saw from the video, there's not a lot of outcrop, but we'll cover all that there is and see what we see. If we can, we'll try and get into the underground workings and take some samples down there. Soil surveys might be useful in defining the limits of that sulfidized horizon where it reaches surface, but we really think we're going to need to do some geophysics in coordination with the underground mapping to define some drill targets. One of the attractive things about this property is the mineralization we see in that small window covered by the existing claims might extend out under the cover rocks in several directions, and there could be a much larger target here than you might think at first glance. So stay tuned.